Getting real results. What it actually takes to get results. Consistency is thrown out there a lot, but I think it is an output of your input. So saying you need consistency is like saying you just need more money. Okay, it doesn't solve the problem. So what I like to do is not use that word and use the word persistent. You need to be persistent to break through any of the barriers that are stopping you actually doing the things that we've talked about all through this program. Okay, let's get down to the nuts and bolts. First thing I'm going to talk about is don't be a wandering generality. Literally 99% of the guys that I speak to come to me and say, Nick, I want help with my fitness, running, muscle building, whatever it might be. They do not have a clear goal. They are a wandering generality because they don't know where they're going. Any map will lead you there. Okay, and you will not get the results that you want. Hopefully this course is showing you that you need to focus on one thing at a time with a measurable input and a measurable output ideally. Input, daily protein target. Output might be something like being able to add more weight onto the bar. There you go. Secondly, you've got your 3x7 strength training protocol, which emphasizes training whole body split 3 times a week, or 2 or 1, depending on how your schedule allows to start off with. But ultimately, you want to be hitting that 3 times a week, full body workout, because you want to grow your whole body. Okay, the bro split takes too long. Okay, and isn't going to be sufficient in terms of the set and volume that you're going to be able to do if you're trying to incorporate life or running. Number 3, train hard each session. If you're not training hard enough, if you're not getting your muscles into that fatigue zone, you will not get the adaptation that you require to build muscle. It is that simple. And I see this a lot. Guys just faffing about in the gym, trying to look cool. Okay, get over yourself, get in there, start lifting to fatigue. And if you're trying to lift heavy weights and you can't get the weights up, drop the weights down, fatigue those muscles. Number 4, you need to be able to manage an effective strength building program alongside whatever else is going on in your life. Now, if like me, you're a runner, you need to be able to integrate that. So go back to where we talked about how to plan your workouts and how to integrate your program. It takes more commitment if you want to be able to do more things. It's that simple, okay? I'm not here to sugarcoat it for you. If you want to be a strong runner, guess what? You need to be strong, work on your strength, and also work on your running, which presumably you're doing already. If not, pick one, go after it. Nutrition is the key that you're looking for, and you probably don't want to hear that. You probably don't want to hear that. But it is, okay? Get a solid nutritional plan, one that you can stick to, one that makes sense, and put a system behind it that keeps you honest every single day. I'll talk more about that in a sec. Just do the basics and have a plan for what you're going to do. Know what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, and plan accordingly. Okay, it's the only way to be effective. Life will get busy. You will get thrown curveballs. There is no way around that, trust me. Okay, there. I've reinforced the key components to this program as a little bit of a recap and trying to drill those big levers home so you understand what action you need to take. This isn't complicated, and if you turn up and show up and put the work in, you will get the results, okay? I don't care whether you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, or you're in your 50s. It is perfectly possible for you to build a lot of muscle with just a little bit of focus and a little bit of training. I've shown you what the keys are, what the key big levers are that you need to do. All you need to do is go away and implement that system, okay? Please use it. Feedback if things don't make sense or don't work. But this next bit I'm going to come on to may be the key that has stopped you in the past if you kind of know all that stuff already and haven't been able to get results. Let's dive into it. As I think of it, there's a triangle to success, or 3 legs of a stool. Okay, and without it, you're just going to fall down. The first side is everything that we've covered in this program, all the tools that I've given you. It's the knowledge. You need the knowledge to move forward. However, knowledge can, on its own, be a bit of a trap, because what does knowledge bring you? It brings you thirst for more knowledge, and you just go down all these rabbit holes. You look at all these bits of information, especially now when everything's just thrown at you, and you're unable to take action because you've just got too many doors, too many choices, too many bits of information to think about and process. Okay, so on its own, it's not going to get you very far. Imagine having one leg on a stool. It's not going to be very stable for you, is it? The second side is personalization. You need to understand how to absorb the right information, ignore the rest, and build your personal plan around the information that you think will work. Okay, and it is a process of trial and error. You need to be able to personalize that information, personalize everything, and own it. So then you start believing that it's the right plan for you. Second one is personalization. It's so important. Doesn't matter who you are. The third one, I think, is probably the hardest. The third part of the triangle, or third leg to the stool, is accountability. Without it, we just tend to wander around, and if you're anything like me, and you don't have a deadline looming or a target to focus on or someone to check in with, then you don't tend to do much, because I think, guys, we're pretty lazy generally. We're left to our own devices. We'll just chill out, look at some stuff. Oh, it's quite interesting. Oh, that's quite interesting. Oh, Nick's got some interesting thoughts. And then we'll just move on. You need to be accountable. You need to find a way of staying honest in a world of distractions. And there's lots of different ways to seek that accountability. First thing is having that target. Secondly is having an intrinsic motivation that's going to lead you forwards, a motive, something that's going to drive you. And thirdly, it's having that actual accountability. Now, you can be accountable to yourself, and I promise that ultimately is the best route. Okay, you need to be accountable to yourself. However, there is a half step that can support you. Anyone with a training partner will understand what I'm talking about. If you know someone's waiting for you at the gym, guess what? You're going to turn up there. So having a training partner is fantastic. You can also, so external accountability is what I'm talking about. And that's where the likes of someone like me or another coach or having a PT can really support you, because you've got that accountability. You've got someone who you know will be looking at what you're doing on a regular basis, and you're going to have to talk to them as another human and say, actually, I sacked off my training last week. I did 0 sessions, which will play on your mind, and then you will take action. And funnily enough, you will start to build these good habits. You will become self-accountable, and you'll be up and running before you know it. I've given you the knowledge. Take that away and take action. Just check in. Let me know what your plan is. Let me know how you're going to personalize it, and let me know how you're going to be accountable. And if you need me to support that, we can have that discussion. I will prompt you to go for it.